Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the final race of the third league race of the summer season. These are all the people who made it through the heat races in the top 10. Last four qualified in the last chance qualifying, and now we're all here for the final race to get the podium, to get the trophy, and to get points. As they round through turns 5 and 4 into third place, the yellow flags will start being waved as they slow down and get gridded up for this 20-minute semi-endurance race to the checkered flag. The distance gets quite big between the drivers as they exit the pits and out onto the track, and they do their formation lap. They're warming up their tires, getting as much heat into them as possible so they can have as much grip as they can through the dangerous corners of roller coaster and the double apex, followed by very complicated corners of light bulb and top of the world before it becomes a little bit simpler. But here they go, rounding the final corner across the finish line. We will see the green flag being raised, and the flag's waved and they're away. The scramble isn't as big in the final here. Maybe some potential 3 wide going through, but no, they maintain 2 wide through the roller coaster, and everything's safe, everything's secure. We're not seeing people taking any weird shortcuts like we saw, but here they go through double apex, filing into line, smooth as they can. Could someone possibly drive off here? No, they're pros. They made it into the final. They're not going to make a mistake like that. And from top of the world into bus stop they go. They'll make their ways into the slower corners of 7 and 6. Into this tiny little bit of a straightaway. Everyone's single file being respectful, except for in the back there. We see some 2 wide action through here. But across 5 and 4 they go, setting up for the final straight. And we will see across this straight if we're going to have any action. Everyone's filing in near the back. They're 2 wide. But up front, we have our leaders. People looking to make it to the podium. In last chance qualifying, we were looking at the top 4. Here, we will be looking at the top 3. As this is where you need to finish if you want to take something home from PGP today. Rounding turn 1, all the drivers very close together. 2 wide. We have Davidson Mann alongside someone else. He's on the outside. He might need to back off, which he does. Going into roller coaster. Now in the top 3, we have Silas, Kirk, and Paolo Pettini. Paolo Pettini did not win the last final, but he did win the first final of the race, and I believe he has a championship lead. Once the website gets updated, we'll have those numbers for you at the end of the race. Round single file, everyone's being very respectful of each other. Paulo in third, possibly looking to climb to his normal top spot. Let's see what he does here. He does go for the overtake. He's now 2 wide going into turn 3, and he gets the job done. Possible undercut, actually. He does not get the job done, but with the inside line for turn 2, he might be able to hold him out wide. He touches the curb a little bit. Now he's going to dart a little bit to the inside so that way he cannot go for another attempt. And he secures second place in that 3-corner battle. And now heads down. DRS open. He's looking to get first. Oh, someone's pushed off in roller coaster. Oh my goodness, who did that? It looks like Kurt Strong might have pushed off Spencer Foote. The dirt cloud is still there. I'm not sure if I got the names right for actually who pushed who, but that will be looked at. They're on the walkie-talkies, the track workers, looking to hand out the black flag. I'll be looking to see what gets handed out. It should be a warning. A pointed black flag will be the warning for doing that. They were 2 wide going through there. They were able to do it the first time through the first lap when everyone was 2 wide, but it looks like it could not be pulled off there. someone is pushed off in roller coaster. He minimizes the positions lost by cutting across. There might be a penalty for that because I believe the rules are you need to return to the spot where you were pushed off. So they might look into that as well for unsafe rejoin. He did what he could to keep his momentum and not completely lose his race. We'll see how that goes. But too wide through turn 1. An overtake is made for 5th place, and there is the penalty given out to one of those two. Might have been either Sebastian or Alexander. Either way, when the push was done, I think they gave the spots back or they lost a lot of time. Unsure. But now Paulo caught up to first place of Silas Hill. Will Silas Hill be able to hold off the championship winning several times over Paolo Bettini? Or will we see a simple overtake and Paolo Bettini dominate once again as he brings out the kart width? In the last race, we saw Paulo did not have that strong of a kart. He was struggling in the straights and he was holding off for as long as he can. But it looks like he has a competitive kart here, and it looks like he's in the slipstream. Could he be diving into the outside and to the inside? He is very close. Very close through turn 3. And in turn 2, he follows close behind. Maybe he'll look to make the move in roller coaster along the back straight. As he lines up, tries to get as much momentum as he can. Will he pull out or will he push? He is electing to push. He wants the gap between him and third place even longer. This is a 20-minute race that we are only 7 minutes into. So although we're almost to the halfway mark, oh, someone's bumping the curb a little bit through there in a roller coaster. The top 2 go around light bulb into top of the world. Paulo still eyeing up his opponent. He did push him along the front straight. So he did feel that it'd be better to work together and to increase that kart length, and increase that kart length that he did. The gap between second and third is astronomical. There will be a battle for the last spot on the podium. They go through turns 5 and 4. And here we have another straight. A chance to see if Paulo will go for the overtake or will go for the bump draft. And from here, from this angle, looks like he's going for the bump draft. Maybe he didn't have enough speed. Unknown. The battle for the top 2 continues as they round around. As they go around turn 2 into turn 1 and complete another lap. Now, what will we see from Paulo here? Continued bump drafting. He's probably just gonna focus on getting in the guy's head. He obviously feels that Silas is fast enough to warrant not immediately passing, and that it'd be better served for them to just run away as far away as they can from third place, and then they can do their battle whenever the last lap flag is thrown, the white flag. Around turns 7 and 6 they go. This miniature straight here. Paulo is right on the back of him. Not very defensive or offensive on any of their parts. They're just taking their lines, going as fast as they can. Paulo continues the bump draft. If we look at the lap times, I believe Paulo is quite a bit faster. Third place has escaped from 4th and 5th as the battle rages. Too wide they go. But the person on the inside will be the victor, as they'll have the inside line forcing the other one out. And the person who loses now has to deal with going too wide again into a roller coaster. Will he hold on to that position? How much will he lose? He does not lose any. He does hold on to it. Big clump of carts through there. The top 2 are so far away, and third place is carving out his own spot. Who is that? Spencer Foote. So in the top 3 we have Silas, Paulo, and Spencer. Those are the people who are looking to claim podiums today, and with how far away Spencer is from 4th place in terms of kart length? It's looking quite possible. But here they go again, Silas and Paulo around the corner, followed by Spencer. And 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, hits the curb a little bit there. Well, that compromises exit onto the straight. We have a big old gaggle of karts going through. In fact, too wide. Oh, he lost 2 positions there, going too wide, possibly looking to make an inside overtake. But that's the risk of going for an overtake that early on. You want to make your move at the end of this straight here into turn 3. Because if you don't, if you try to go for an overtake in there, you just lose all your momentum and you're done for that. Alright, too wide through turn 2. Someone's wide up on the inside. Good battle there. And then everyone lines up, actually, except for the people in the back, going too wide. How will this escalate? Looks like the person on the inside was just faster on the straight. More momentum, and they're able to sneak ahead. But up front, now they're too wide. This gaggle of karts is about to effectively explode as they go through top of the world, and someone is driven off. Is that 5 wide through light bulb? That is absolutely insane. And the fact that the only thing that happened was someone drove on the grass for a little bit, that was crazy. As soon as too wide appeared at the front, that gaggle of karts is going to explode. But everyone calmed down. Everyone got together. And they are now in a line. Will we see all these karts explode again down the straight? They all seem to take the corner optimally. No one's close enough in the draft, except for up there, to want to make moves. Well, they are close enough in the draft to make a move, but they prefer to bump draft and just secure their spot in the train, because that train has already shown propensity for violence, and already too wide through turn 2. Lots of racing going on, and I believe that's Davidson Mann trying to move up the field. He started from last place, finishing 4th. He started from last place, finishing 4th in the last chance qualifying. And he's just looking to carve his way through the field, and carving a way through the field, he is doing. I'm curious to see if he's in the top 10. He's not quite in the top 10. I actually don't have the top 10 up right now. Oh, and camera angle fell a little bit. Unfortunately, we only have the top 9 being displayed for this final. I appear to be zoomed in a little bit too much. But in the top 10. Let me zoom out a little bit and give a wide shot. So I can focus on fixing up here. There we go. Now we have up to 12 now. That's probably going to make it hard for me editing later on. But I want to see all the drivers out there. Davidson Mann is not in that top 10. Actually, I might have fused him somewhere, maybe. Looks like Stephen Croft is second to last. And that was also another last chance qualifying guy going through a roller coaster. It looks like he does a tap braking technique, or a turn braking technique, where he hits the brake really hard going into the corner, as you saw that back end go out a little bit. It looks like it's not really working for him here, though. But still, oh, the gap between 3rd and 2nd has closed quite a lot. If Paolo catches onto this, he might be looking for an overtake on Silas now, and he is diving into the outside of turn 2. We'll see if he can make it work around the outside. It doesn't look like it. He might try to dive onto the inside of turn 1, and he does. He did catch on that Spencer was catching up, and so he battles, slows them down a little bit, but Silas does not want to give up the position. He is fighting back. He will take the inside, and there's Spencer on the outside just catching up to this battle, or here, and now we have a 3-way battle going around the double apex. who will win this battle? The white flag? No, I didn't. We're only 14 minutes in. And things have really blown up here, as these three karts are just vying for position as chaos explodes, as they've now are confident in their gap to 4th place, but 4th place is now catching up quickly as they keep battling like this, and the victor of that battle, honestly not surprising, is Paolo Pettini, with 2nd place being Silas still, and 3rd place still being Spencer. Now, will Silas hold on to his 2nd place spot, or will he try to mount an attack on Paulo? Paulo is quite fast around the track, and I think he was setting consistently faster lap times behind him, but that could have been due to the slipstream. He goes very wide through turn 1 to try to set up maximum exit and maximum attack, but Paulo is kind of running away a little bit, but Paulo does go defensive, so he does lose a little bit of time there. He didn't want to lunge on the inside a dive bomb. The battle for the top 3 continues as they go around. Light bulb into top of the world. Paulo now in his normal spot in 1st place. Spencer in 2nd, or Spencer in 3rd, and Silas in 2nd. They're really close to Paulo here. The gap between them 3 and 4th place really went down a lot in that battle. So it was very good tactical decision by Paulo to just bump draft Silas super far ahead, so that to minimize the chaos that'll happen once the people behind start catching up. You can see the strategy in this 20-minute race go through. And now that Paulo has a spot in the lead, I'm not sure if Spencer can take it back, or if Silas can take it back, but he does. With the slipstream, he has to pull out to the outside because of the lost momentum, and he goes around the outside on Paolo Pettini and makes it stick. Paolo Pettini down to 2nd, Spencer really close behind. Silas is in 1st. This battle is not over. The slipstream is super important, and they are quite competitive to possibly change positions up until the very end of the race. But if that keeps going on, they might get 4th partied by Sergei Kostov, who is keeping them honest. If any of them makes a mistake, Sergei finds himself a spot on the podium. But now, Paolo Pettini, 2nd place behind Spencer Foote, or behind Silas Hill, with Spencer Foote rounding out the top 3. Around turn 3 they go. Paulo possibly looking on the outside, cuts back, tries to get on the outside again, just trying to set up a clever line. It seems like the outside overtake is what it's for, and it looks like there was a mistake in turn 4. Someone off the track, very slow going through it, but back to the battle. Last lap. Now the tensions are at maximum as Paulo takes the slipstream. Tries to go around the outside, but he gets hit by the gust of wind. Slow him down. Does he make it work on the outside? But here comes Spencer. What happened? No! Paulo and Spencer collide, and the top 3 are completely shaken up as 2 of the top 3 are knocked out. Sergei and Sebastian, Seb Weddle, as he likes to be called, I believe are in the top 3 now. Seb Weddle, dominating the Pro-Am series in the last season, is now making his name known, combined with the Pro. If he can hold on and make it to that spot on the podium. No, it looks like Seb Weddle might be in 4th. Who's in 3rd? Maybe the chaos made things go a little crazy, because I think it's Alexander in 3rd. So Seb Weddle in 4th needs to prove himself as they approach the checkered flag, going around turn 2. 1st and 2nd secured. Who will make up the top 3? So much happened that I'm actually not sure if it is Sergei in 1st. But Seb Weddle makes a move on the outside. They're too wide across the line for the last spot on the podium. And Seb Weddle does it with the pros, dominating Pro-Am. He crosses the line and makes that podium. But here we have this big battle for whatever position they can. Maximum points, 2, 3 wide across the line. And Davidson Mann making up a considerable amount of positions, finishing in the top 10 after starting last. We did not see his race due to the chaos of what was going on up front. But as they all pull into the pits, I will meet you down at the podium ceremony for the end of the video, and hopefully I'll have championship points for you as well.
Today, starting off in 3rd place, running 78.708 in the final session, 2.7 off the lead. Actually, sorry, 1.5 off the lead after everything is shaked out. 3rd place, Alex Seguin. Good job, man. Finishing in 2nd place. After a dominant endurance race last week, he decided to keep the same rate of form going. Running out at 78.825 in the main, finishing 1.4 off the lead. If I can do math. We got smashed it! And take that top spot with today's win, 78.693 for his best lap. Taking a 200-point haul. 1st place, Sergey Glostov.
With penalties handed out, this is the final podium with Sergey, Seb, and Michael in 3rd.
3, 2, 1.